Yeah, let's talk about this. Free agency starts in about 2+ weeks around the National Football League. You know, we've talked extensively to football fans on this podcast about the Cleveland Browns crisis, and it's more than just the quarterback and Deshaun Watson. It's the mess at offensive tackle. So now it's a more significant issue with Myles Garrett, who's asked to be traded. And they said, no. Myles Garrett said, you better trade me. Anyhow, I have now been told that within the last 48 hours, the Eagles have approached and the Lions have approached the Browns about a deal for Myles Garrett, 105 quarterback sacks. Guy's got 2 years left on his contract. The price tag would be 2 number 1 draft picks and a quality player.
Wow.
Cleveland definitely needs offensive line help. Philadelphia's got depth. Detroit's got depth. Is there the possibility there could be a deal? Cleveland initially said no, but if Garrett says, I'm not coming to play for you any longer, he didn't want to be in his lifetime rebuild. Remember, Myles Garrett was there the first year they were 0-16. Then he suffered through 4-13 this past season. So in the last 48 hours, I've been told Eagles, Detroit in contact for Myles Garrett. Second team, New York Jets logo. This is kind of unique. We've talked about the future status of Aaron Rodgers. Is he going to stay? Is he going to go? What does the new leadership group of the Jets say? The Jets have indicated he's going to be cut. The Jets this week on Tuesday gave Aaron Rodgers and his agent permission to actually go talk to other teams before he's released. So he can take his contract with the Jets and he can go talk to the Raiders. This is who I am. This is what I'm owed on the contract. Tell me about yourself. I'll tell you about myself. We'll see if there's a fit. So he is making a tour of NFL teams. Instead of going to Egypt on vacation, he's making a tour to see what fits, what does not.
It's not going down to his deep, dark place.
Yeah. But it is interesting the Jets would give Aaron Rodgers permission just to go meet with people. Atlanta Falcons, interesting story that they're going to eat the contract of Kirk Cousins. Michael Penix will be the starter. They're going to swallow a big cap hit. The release won't come, I'm told, till June 1st, so they can prorate the salary cap hit. That's the only way to do it. But they might trade him to Cleveland, which, last I checked, has no quarterbacks. So the Browns might rent Kirk Cousins. Cousins has a relationship with Kevin Stefanski. Connect the dots on that. Now, I don't know how the contract would have to be changed because the Browns have got cap problems. Raiders, in search of a quarterback, going to delete a quarterback. Reports around the NFL, they're going to release the gunslinger, Gardner Minshew. That was 1 year, one and done. It wasn't very good. He's gone. I don't understand this whole Rams storyline. Are they shopping Matthew Stafford? Why are they shopping Matthew Stafford? And now, after all that Matthew Stafford has done for Rams football, why is Les Snead going public saying, we think we're better if we have a quarterback that moves the pocket and can scramble rather than a fixed-in-cement leader like Matthew Stafford? Now, he has no guaranteed money on the last 2 years of his deal. Sources tell me that he wants $25 million guaranteed each of the next 2 seasons. I don't know if the Rams want to do that, but they got to give him guaranteed money for 2025 and obviously a portion of the guaranteed in 26 if they don't trade him. But anybody who trades for Matthew Stafford still going to have that same set of circumstances. He don't want to play for non-guaranteed money. So keep that. But I'm stunned that they would get rid of him because I thought he was a heart and soul leader of the team. And in Baltimore, the aftermath of Justin Tucker, massage therapist, women, sexual misconduct, or 16 massage therapists now come front and center that he forced himself physically on massage therapists at 8 different spas. Now we find out that Baltimore had invoked a zero tolerance clause for all their players going back to 2022. And they met with their players and said, if you are involved in sexual misconduct, rape, things of that nature, you're going to lose your career. Well, they haven't released Justin Tucker yet, but they might release Justin Tucker going forward. And this is the greatest kicker in modern NFL history, who obviously is a bit of a sleazeball. Okay, all things NFL. John, you're going to solve the problems for all those teams. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, I'm not sure if I feel very comfortable discussing sexual misconduct.
Okay, we'll just slash through the Baltimore
with Lee
Ravens.
Hacksaw Hamilton. It's just it's nuts what's happening with that guy. But I do want to talk about the Browns. They were offered 2 number ones and a quality player like a starter on a line for Myles Garrett, the Rams would be, the Browns would be fools not to take that deal.
Well, we're the 2 number ones, though. If it's Philadelphia's number one, it's at the bottom of the draft.
Oh,
pick.
yeah.
If it's Detroit's number one, it's just above Philadelphia's number one.
Okay.
So that's not top of the arc, but it creates some breathing room with the salary cap, and they're getting choked to death. But you're also creating a massive hole at your defensive end position. I mean, he's a hell of a player.
Well, yeah, it'd be great to have that guy. The other one is the Falcons. Remember when they signed Cousins and we were like, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. And then they drafted Penix. Everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? This doesn't make any sense. And now look where we are. We're right back, right where that problem is that we all predicted.
And I got a problem with the cap because they can't release them. They get blasted. If they trade them, they're going to take a cap hit. But they got to get him out of there so they can get cap space down road. And obviously, Michael Penix, he had 3 straight games in which he was really competitive, and the team responded very favorably. And, Cousins has been a proven commodity in Washington, obviously Minnesota prior to that. Throws for lots of yards. He doesn't win bleep. He doesn't win a big game. He lost, 5 in a row at the end of his run before they finally benched him? Just a disaster. And they gave him all that money. What a disaster.
Yeah, they're horrible. And then the Rams, why are they playing with fire? You should be embracing Matthew Stafford for as long as you have him. And yeah, maybe you want a mobile quarterback, but just keep that in your pocket, for another time to talk to the media.
He's got no guarantees financially at all. Star quarterbacks don't go into a season with no guarantees.
Of course not.
So find a middle ground. Give him $20 million on the first year of an extension. He's owed 2 years. Give him $20 million guaranteed for this coming season. Give him a $10 million buyout if you elect to get rid of him after that. But he can still play. Is he old? Yes, he's 37. Has he been dinged up? Yes. But is he the heart and soul of everything that you've got offensively, the trigger man? Hell yes. And he's upset that they're going to move Cooper Kupp out of there, and that's a salary cap driven decision and injury decision too. So Rams, if they trade Kupp, and I think they are, I hear it's either Dallas or the Chargers. If they trade Kupp and then you move Stafford, you're no longer the same Rams team. I don't care how great your young defense was. That's not the same Rams team.
Remember, it wasn't too long ago we were thinking the Rams weren't going to be that good. They're on the way down. All their guys are getting older. And then, they get players, and Sean McVay coaches them up, and suddenly they're good again. So maybe they're thinking Cooper Kupp, Matthew Stafford package deal. Let's move on.
But move on means a step back.
Temporarily.
You're not the same team if you don't have Stafford as your trigger man.
Yeah, but I'm thinking this through now. I'm starting to see the logic in it because they probably are realizing, hey, we've got a good team, but not a great team. And, Cooper Kupp and Matthew Stafford, as great as they are, they're not going to get better, so maybe they're thinking it's time to, let them go when they're still good. Kind of like when the Niners got rid of Ronnie Lott.
Looking for Rams fans, jump on board. You got an opinion about all the things on our NFL Notebook? We want to hear from you. We go from that. We're talking college.